Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Yet once again, it's your girl MissKekeStyle, aka Houston It Is, aka Natural Hair Key. I'm back with another video, you guys. And today, after me doing my little makeup or whatever, I decided to go ahead and do another video for you guys. And so with this video, I wanted to share the worst date in 2020. Okay, so I'm gonna make this real short, cute, and simple. Just get straight to the point. I know you guys like those last two videos that I made, which was like a few years ago, if you will, regarding the worst date. Okay, so with that being said, my friend and I, we had went to this little country club or whatever. I actually enjoyed myself. It was pretty nice. And so we went to this little bar or whatever. We were hanging out, you know, having a good time. And all of a sudden, this guy walks in with a cowboy hat on. Now, again, I just told y'all, it's a country club. Okay? Again, country club. And I'm sorry if y'all hear my little birds in the background. They just ranting and raving for whatever reason. And so, the guy had just walked in, but my friend and I, we were already in there. We were already in there for like a little over an hour. And so he walked in, he's like, "Hey, how you doing?" I was like, "Oh, I'm doing pretty good. How are you?" He's like, "Oh, I'm doing good. You know, I just came in with my people." And I'm just like, "Okay, you know, nice to meet you." He's like, "What's your name?" I told him my name. He told me his name, and then he asked for my number. And then also stated that he would love to hang out with me. So I said, "Okay, cool." And so after exchanging numbers, you know, he went his way. I'm still with my friend, you know. My cousin and her mom came to hang out with us too. And so by the time I made it home, I honestly can't even remember if he texted me the same night. Well, I think he did, to, you know, just say, "Hey, this is so-and-so." And I won't say any names. I'm just calling him so-and-so. And so he sent me a text message. I want to say it was something to that effect, because I don't remember him really calling me that night. But he's like, "Hey, this is so-and-so." I'm like, "Okay, whatever." So the next day or so, this guy called me. And we talked over the phone a little bit. You know, everything was cool and everything. You know, just basically getting to know each other. And I'm just like, "Hey, you know, nice to meet you at this bar, you know, whatever." He told me he was a cowboy, and he did this and he did that. He ran horses, you know. He's always at the barn. And ever since I've dated a cowboy, you guys, I've just turned into this cowgirl. And I don't claim to be a professional horseback rider or anything like that. I just feel, you know, with me dating a cowboy, and that's something else I could talk about too if you guys want me to do a part 3 of dating a cowboy. I don't want to do it, but if you guys want me to do that, if I get enough people asking me and recommending or requesting that, I may do that. But just with me dating a cowboy for 3 years, I've kind of learned a lot, you guys. And what's so crazy is that I honestly didn't get into riding horses and, you know, really enjoying a horse's presence until about January of this year. And so with that being said, the guy was telling me, "Oh yeah, so when I go out to these, you know, horse races and I do these things and these shows, you know, I want to have someone out there helping me, or, you know, being there with me." And I was like, "Oh, okay, you know, I enjoy that kind of stuff, because I've been to ropings, I've been to so many different trail rides, I've been to so many different like little shows and things like that, including the trail ride, you know." And so I was just like, "Oh yeah, that would be cool. I would really like to do something like that." Me and this guy, we talked on the phone for hours at a time, okay? So then he's like, "Hey, I want to go ice skating, or I want to go bowling, you know." And I'm just like, "Okay, that would be cool. We can do something like that." I enjoy doing those things. I've been ice skating multiple times. I've been bowling multiple times. So he's like, "Okay, you know, that would be cool. Let's go on such and such a date." And whoop. So I'm like, "Okay, cool, boom." So to the point, To the worst part. Okay. Y'all know I had to be dramatic. Okay. So, he and I, we met up at this bowling alley, which I've never been to before. And on the outside, it looked really nice, kind of new, you know. We went inside, and he's like, hey, you want to take shots? You want to take a drink? And I was just like, okay, that's fine. I don't mind. So we end up taking a shot, and then we had a drink. And then he's like, okay, so I went ahead and I paid for the bowling alley, you know, the area that we'll be at. And so we can go bowl. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we go over there. We chilling, whatever, you know, like asking each other questions, trying to get to know each other because I had just met the guy. Probably I had been knowing him for a little over a week, if you will. And so we were bowling, you know, talking and things like that. And he's like, if I'm boring, let me know. So that was the first red flag, okay? So I was like, oh, no, I'm good. You know, we're just chilling, whatever, hanging out. And I'm like, I'm getting to know you and you're getting to know me. And so we were just kind of questioning each other about like past relationships and, you know, things that we want in the future, you know, things that we want to do, things that we want to achieve, goals we want to achieve, all this stuff. So then this song came on. It was like a 90s song. And so it was jamming. I was just like, oh, okay. Whatever, you know. And so this guy to the left of us just break out in a little dance. He like, And so I'm looking and I'm like, And so the guy, he was like looking at me like kind of staring. And I was like, oh, I like that song. And I was like, look at that guy. He just dancing and moving and everything. And so the dude, so-and-so, the guy that asked me out on a date, the guy that asked me to go bowling, he was like, oh, if you like him, just say that. And I was like, no, I don't like the guy. And by the way, the guy that was dancing, he looked like he was gay. And I don't have any problem with anybody that's gay or anything like that. You know, everybody do what they want to do. To each his own. I was just saying, you know, so you guys can get an idea. And so he's like, if you like the guy, just say that or whatever. And I was like, I don't even know the guy. I just really like the song, you know. And so that was strike two. So then, like, we were playing and everything. And so, like, my mom called me. And my mom was, I can't remember exactly what she asked me, but it was something kind of important because she had called me a few times. And so she was like, hey, so-and-so, so-and-so, whoop, whoop. And I was like, oh, yeah, this is what happened, blah, blah, blah. And so I was like, okay, I'll talk to you later. So, boom, that was the end of that discussion. So we were playing again and again and again. And so it was his turn. My mom called me again. And so he then stated that if you feel like your mom or your family or that guy is more important than me, he's like, just let me know that. And I was just like, what you mean, you know? And so this is the first time I had ever hung out with this guy. And so with me getting all these red flags, I was just like, whoa, you know, you doing too much. And so then we were just kind of like chatting or whatever, like talking about the date and everything like that. And he was like, well, if you want to end the date now, we can. That's fine. We can just leave. And I was like, oh, yeah, I think we can just go ahead and leave. Like, I'm pretty much ready to go, you know, because he didn't already like spoil the night, like ruin the night, you know. And so we changed our shoes and everything. And so it was just like very weird. And so this just happened like a few months ago, y'all. It was straight weird, okay? And so I was just like, okay, well, you know, putting my shoes on, getting my stuff together and everything. And so I got all of my stuff and I was just like, well, it was nice meeting you. Woo. And so, you know, in the bowling alley, they actually had games and stuff like that. Kind of set up like Dave & Buster's or whatever, you know, like arcade games and stuff. And so I seen the little area where they had the toys. You know, when people play games and they win tickets or win points, they go to that little area and try to, you know, exchange their tickets or points for toys or like, you know, little trinkets or whatever. So I went over there because I didn't want to go straight outside because I had already felt uncomfortable. So I went over there and I met this girl and I was like, hey, I need to speak with a manager or, you know, whatever. She was like, oh, I am the manager. And speaking of, this is my superhero of the night. She knows who I'm talking to if she's watching this video. And so I told her the same exact thing that I told you guys. And I was like, I just don't feel comfortable walking outside by myself. And mind you guys, it was late at night. These people were actually getting ready to close. So it was like a little over 10, 9, 10, somewhere around that. And so she's like, oh, girl, I would not want you walking outside by yourself and things like that. And she was like, so me and my employees are about to get ready to go outside, you know, and if you want to walk with us, you're more than welcome to do so. And so I was just like, thank you, God, you know, because, again, I didn't feel comfortable. And then, like, I'm going to tell you guys, he kind of reminded me of my ex. And the guy had already asked me why did I end my engagement or cancel my engagement or, you know, get rid of my ring and things like that. And I had told him that already. So my thing is, if you know the reason why I broke up with my last guy, you should be wanting to do something different or kind of want to be above or be something totally different than what he was or what he is, you know? And so with that being said, he was just wilding out. So then after I had finished talking to the manager, she was just like, okay, just meet me at the front door and I'll walk you outside. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm walking towards the door. The guy texts me, okay? The guy texts me. And he was like, so you just gonna end the date like that? Like, how you just gonna do that and things like that? And I'm like, I'm sorry, you know, you asked me if you wanted to end it, you know, and I was just like, well, because I didn't feel comfortable, you know, I just said that we can end it or we can go because you're the one that asked me if we should end it. And so then he was like, well, you was over there looking at that other guy, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, you know, I can't deal with nobody that's insecure or like jealous or immature. Like, I can't deal with that because if I see a guy looking at another female, it's okay. Like, long as you don't go over there and try to holler at the girl, as long as you don't touch the girl or she don't touch you or come over there flirting with her or you over there flirting with her, like, I'm okay with it. But that was just, like, extremely horrible, you guys. And then the guy called me. And he was like, oh, you just gonna leave? You just gonna leave? And I was like, actually, I'm still here. I lied to him, by the way. I said, actually, I'm still here. I was talking to this employee here. I told her that I really liked her hair and I was asking her about her hair, you know, whatever. I didn't want to say, oh, I was snitching on you. I didn't want to say that. So I just told him, I was just like, you know, I'm still here talking to her about her hair or whatever, things like that. And he was like, okay, you want to try it again another day? And I was like, oh, no, thank you, whatever. And so I hung up the phone. Y'all, he kept calling me back to back. I was like, bro, no, stop. Stop calling me. So then after that, you guys, I had just pretty much like blocked him, you know, called it off. I was just like, I can't. He seemed like very nice and very cool in the beginning, but no. I can't deal with nobody that's controlling. I can't deal with nobody that's jealous. I can't deal with nobody that's insecure. I can't deal with nobody like that because I'm my own person. And for one, you're your own person. And for two, we just not going to be able to work out. And so with that being said, the guy is blocked. And so that's it for this video. I hope you guys like it. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. I have more videos on the way. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out. I'll see you in my next one.